What is good, all this coffee? Back at it, man. We just keep getting closer and closer to football season. I truly can't wait. If you watch that Bills preseason game, let me know anything you found interesting or takes. I mean, it's guys fighting to get on the team and vanilla playbook and all that. But maybe you saw some guys out there that you're like, yo, I like what the fuck he did, or I see some good in this guy, or not even the Bills game, any other games. Let me know. But it's crazy. I got bamboozled on X, Twitter, X. I can't believe this, man. It is like we know this that there's fake accounts being very deceptive and lurking as celebrities or athletes and stuff like that. And there's been all these questions about the Bills and Stefon Diggs and Josh Allen's relationship and everything, and just how Stefon's feeling, period, as the way the season ended. And I log on to Twitter and thought that this was the real Stefon Diggs. And you see this highlight reel that he had running a Josh Allen. And there's this like it's just so emotional because you're thinking it's Diggs, right? And this is flat out history in the making here. This team is really still in this window to get a ring. Amazing talent. I mean, three losses in the regular season last year, and that unfortunate way the season ended when the team was just emotionally spent. Never forget we were supposed to have that number one seed in that bye, and we would have been easy coasting. I don't care what no one says to that Lombardi trophy. But it happened. Everything went the way it went. And we got to push on. This team has to get over the hump. With that Super Bowl era Jim Kelly team, that team through those years dominated. Amazing team. But when it came down into the Super Bowl, we just could not beat whatever squad from the NFC East got in there. We beat those teams in regular season the following year after losing in the Super Bowl, or sometimes in the same year. We were the ish. That team beat the Niners, Steve Young and the Niners, first ever NFL game without a punt. Like, that team was serious, but I think was undefeated versus the NFC period in regular season. You know what I mean? That Bills team was just it. But when it came down to it, we couldn't get the ring. And with this team, we got to get over to that hump and get to the Super Bowl. This is history in the making. So all that being said, watching this highlight reel with that music, that Drake, don't think about it too much. That's hitting. The emotions are hitting. Just everything. This wild ride that this Bills team has been on. Diggs, Allen, everything we've seen thus far. And I'm really thinking this is the real Stefon Diggs, as a lot of other members of Bills Mafia are as well. And I'm like, how did I get had like that? How did I get bamboozled, right? I mean, it's just Stefon Diggs with one G and same profile picture, no check mark as on Twitter. The whole check mark thing got crazy. I don't even pay attention to him anymore, but it says as a caption to this, I don't care for debating, as we've seen every day for the past 3 months, all these debates about Josh Allen and Burrow, Josh Allen and Dak Prescott, and statistic wise, and Peyton Manning's statistics from back when he was balling, and him versus Josh, and just all these different debates, man. And it's like, fuck out of here with all the analytics. I'm into the numbers, but it's just become redundant and annoying, But he says, I don't care for debating who's the best, but I know when I want to have fun watching football, this is who I'm choosing. I always get a little nervous when he throws the ball past the camera, so it has to pan over, and it's either an INT or a strike. Laughing emoji. And I'm like, damn, because at the time I'm thinking this is the real Stefon Diggs, the music hitting, all that and everything. And, everyone been wondering about Josh and Stefon. And I'm like, wait a second. He gets nervous every time the camera pan. Like, what? You know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking Diggs really said it. And then in the replies, he says, oh, and I do not mean having fun during games, because the Bills have taken countless years off my life due to stressing down to the last seconds. I mean Allen's highlights. Well, this highlight reel is fire. Comment your favorite play on there, your favorite clip out of all of them, some real amazing stuff. Like Josh Allen is exciting. That's a fact, man. I gotta feel like even the Josh Allen haters gotta admit Josh is that dude. Like watching him play, this highlight reel is serious. But then I'm thinking too, well, wait a second. These current Bills, I mean, I know back during the drought and, before the Music City Miracle and stuff like that, it definitely took years off all our lives, especially the drought teams. Some of those teams really looked like they were going to, some of those years where we were right around 500 and those games that came down to the wire put the stress level through the roof. But since Diggs has been in Buffalo, we've been balling. We haven't really had that many games like that. Last year's Viking games was the first game I remember like that in quite some time, because I sit through all the games, the good, bad, and ugly, and all these years I probably only turned off maybe two, maybe three Bills games, even when it was just flat out ugly. And last year was the first time in quite a while since I wanted to, because we've been a good squad. But I'm like, damn, Diggs is saying that? Like, you know what I mean? But then you see in the replies, a lot of people thought this was Diggs as well. But someone says, this ain't Diggs, right? This is not the real Stefon Diggs. And I was like, oh man, I'm stupid, man. But still, all in all, it was pretty wild. And I'm just curious to know if anyone else out there, out of Bills Mafia, has got fooled by this account at all. And, there's somebody like, because I see someone saying, you really know this ain't Stefan, right? This account, laughing faces, but for as many there was more that had like Jay Coffee Talk had been had than knew that this wasn't really Stefon Diggs. So I don't know. I just thought that was funny. So jump in the comments with your thoughts on all that. But still, man, everything about this team and in history and the making right now, and this team being a special team, like it's serious, man. We gotta get this ring. So share all your thoughts on that and anything Bills or NFL related. Anyone who watches this, please let's talk in the comments and make sure to subscribe if you're new. We're going to be talking football all season long. But also, I don't know if you guys saw this. You talk about the camera panning over. Like, when I said that, I said, wait, it's either an INT or a strike. I didn't like the way that was put, thinking Stefon really said it. But once again, we know he didn't. Have you guys seen this clip? The fans are getting on Lamar's bumper about this. And real talk, I feel like there's like Lamar Jackson gets a lot of hate as well. What do you guys think? Would you agree with that? That people like to shit on Lamar Jackson? I wonder if it's because he goes outside of the norm and doesn't have an agent and does it himself. I wonder. Tell me if you think I'm reaching. I think I could be onto something that could be some propaganda put out there, like, oh, this guy doesn't want to get representation. Let's make him look like a prick. Let's put some negative energy out there about him, because that's a real thing. Like, if anyone follows pro wrestling, Ryback, when he left the WWE because he wanted to get a surgery and really heal up and take some time off rather than just throwing a Band-Aid on some serious injuries. I believe he had like knee problems and back problems, maybe shoulder problems. He's like, nah, I got to get right. And he's been pushing to try to unionize wrestling and stuff like that. I doubt it'll ever happen, but he's pointed out that there's been this like campaign of people making articles shitting on him and stuff like that. And his stuff's being suppressed. That could all be up for debate. But real talk, it is not a stretch to think that if individuals wanted to go hard enough and really had some money behind them, they could create like negative articles and just kind of a smear campaign over and over. And it can get some legs and, put out some negative momentum out there into the atmosphere and blogosphere. I don't know. Just let me know if you feel like Lamar gets shitted on a lot. I feel like he does. But back to what we're talking about here. This not so highlight reel, clip of him underthrowing OBJ in practice is just getting shared and everyone's clowning him. But one thing we will say is I don't think Josh Allen will or has ever underthrown anyone. That's a fact. Got a cannon on him. But I don't know. I'm not really tripping too much. I can't front. I did want OBJ in Buffalo at one point, and it really seemed like it was going to happen with everything Von Miller was saying last year. But all in all, I'm cool with it. But hopefully, for the Ravens fans' sake and for Lamar, we don't see this in a regular season. You guys remember Bills versus Ravens last year? Josh versus Lamar. First half was all Baltimore, and then Josh just got it back in gear and did the damn thing, comeback win. What a game that was. But that's all I got. Thanks for watching. Lots more football content coming. Week 1's not that far away. Go Bills. Don't forget to subscribe, and let's talk football in the comments. Let me know who your team is. Let's talk. Peace.